YouTube, welcome back. Lenny Sly, Road Warrior TV, RoadWarriorTC.com. Okay, so today we're going to be doing something a little bit out of the norm. We're going to be doing a revised version of my video that I made a couple years ago called the Top 5 Man Stoppers, aka Top 5 Simple Moves that End a Street Fight. We don't have Kevin anymore, who is the rubber dummy that was in the video, but we have a live version of the rubber dummy, which I'll introduce in a second. But first off, I want to throw a shout out to Pat Ryan over at Fab Right Sheet Metal and all the guys over there and all the guys in Local 73. That is the union that I belong to. Tyler, are you paying attention? Pay attention, Tyler. So here we go. This is a live version of that. I also want to give a shout out to Tony PACENSKI. He's a really good friend of mine. He's a third-degree black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, directly under Rickson Gracie. He has a YouTube channel that I am plugging for him today called Tony PACENSKI Jiu-Jitsu, so check him out. There will be a link in the description below for his YouTube channel. He has a lot of great stuff. He actually incorporated our standing TenShin Aikido pin that he has now adopted into his own Jiu-Jitsu. So again, Tony, this one's for you, buddy. Tony PACENSKI Jiu-Jitsu on YouTube. Check him out. Link will be in the description. Okay, here we go. So this is our live dummy. We geared up my nephew Nick with shoulder pads on, chest protector, headgear. So you're going to see full contact on how to do these top 5 man stopper techniques. And we have Bob Camper here today, and he's geared up with some gloves so he doesn't mess up his hands with getting, striking the face mask, because that thing freaking hurts and it causes some serious cuts. So the top 5 man stoppers, we have the palm strike, which basically you're going to go to strike to the ear to blow out their eardrum. You have a hammer fist to the side of the face, hammer fist to the clavicle. Then from there you have an upper palm strike to the chin, or it can be upper head down, or palm strike straight to the nose. We have a sternum shot for close quarter type of stuff. And then last but not least, which is probably the most dangerous out of the top 5, which is basically the throat strike. That's going to be hard to do on a live dummy because that's going to cause serious injury. So we're going to show that very slowly and controlled at the end. That'll be the last one that we do. Normally I tend to throw this open hand type strike to the throat or chop to the throat. We can't do that on him. Kevin's no longer available, so Kevin can take any shot in the world and keep going. He doesn't feel it. But that's going to mess somebody up. The one thing that I devised with this video is the thinking man's pose, which is this. Basically thumbs up, and you have your thumb basically inside your arm, and you're standing like this, so if somebody's confrontational with you, you can strike from here. You can do any of these strikes from this, okay? Any of these strikes, okay? So you don't want to have your arms crossed ever because he's going to get the jump to be able to hit you. You can also have your palms out, palms open and out, because this shows non-confrontational. So if you got to use any of these moves in a self-defense scenario, in today's day and age, there's security cameras everywhere. So you want to have palms open. You don't want to be in this defensive posture for a fight, because that could turn the tables on you and make you look like more of the aggressor than the actual defender, even though that person's the aggressor. I totally believe in first strike option in today's day and age, because cheap shot is it's a very prominent thing that happens in fights nowadays. If you get the cheap shot on somebody and you deliver a solid blow, there's a good chance that you're going to be the one that's going to be victorious in the fight, because usually the first person that lands a strike and lands it hard is usually the one that's going to win, because that's going to follow up with a barrage of strikes and you're just going to get on top and do a ground and pound. So you want to be very aware of this. Never turn your back on somebody that's confrontational with you, that's in front of you, getting ready to start a fight with you or being aggressive. Don't ever turn your back. Don't ever let anybody get between you and that person. If one of your friends try to do that, get them out of that, because that's just going to be an open invitation for that guy to jump over your friend and try to hit you or clobber your friend in the back of the head. So first one we're going to do is the open hand palm strike. So basically from the thinking man's pose, so Bob, come on up. So the thinking man's pose, you're basically going to be in this position here. I'll demonstrate first. From this point here, or you can have your palms open, okay? Now obviously this head protection's open, so you can't actually hit the actual ear, because you're still going to create that vacuum and possibly blow out his eardrum. So you want this more on the side of the face right there, so when you do this, it's just striking right from there. Okay? You okay? It didn't hurt, did it? A little bit. Well, really? It hurt you? Okay, and he's hit harder. Okay? So you want to be able to sit there, you want me, You want to make contact. That's the whole point of this, is making contact and following through. It's not here push. You want this to follow through, because then obviously this can come back to a hammer strike, or this can come back, hammer strike, and you can follow up with multiples. So let's do the first one, open hand palm strike. Good, good. So a little harder. Good. Okay, try the other side. So you see how he's doing? Yeah, good. See, that's good. See, I went from thing a man's pose, now open hand. Go ahead. Good. It's almost like a bitch slap when you're trying to hit the ear. So follow through it then. Good.
Summer's Eve?
Good. Brother, dude, he just asked you to hit him with Summer's Eve. Summer's Eve. Good. Okay, next one. Hammer strike, okay? Now, hammer strike can be a back fist type of hammer strike or a backhand, but you gotta think hammer. So if you actually had a hammer and you were pounding nails, that's the idea of this. Because that's where you're gonna get your most force, is this downward strike or this sideways type of strike. You're gonna get that. You're basically gonna hit him in the same spot. Now, if you didn't have head protection on, you'd be hitting him right in the jaw, so you'd be hitting him in the mandible. Because the idea is to break his jaw, okay? Cause as much extreme pain as possible. So you can do it from the think man's pose to where you can strike from here, or you can do this from the open hand palm, hey man, I don't want any trouble, and hit him that way. You can also apply this to the clavicle. That's why we have shoulder pads on, to where you can go straight down and then come across and hit, or straight down open hand strike, okay? So you can sit there and hit this, and this doesn't hurt, right?
No.
Doesn't hurt at all?
No.
So you can wail on his shoulder, but be careful about his head, okay? Give it a shot. Don't hit him with your purse, Bob. Good. Follow through with it. Just get it. Boom. Good. Now go for the clavicle.
Ooh, that was a good one. I felt the impact on that.
Felt the impact on that? Ooh. Careful. Careful. More on the shoulder pad.
Good. Very good.
Good. Now do two. Boom, boom. Good. Good. Okay. So that's the hammer strike. The third one is an open hand palm to the chin. So basically, this would still work, okay? But my personal view, personal favorite would be open palm. Like he's like, hey, I'm gonna kick your fight. Hey, you know, I don't want any trouble. Then you go straight for the face with this palm strike, straight for the face. Or you can come straight underneath and get the chin. You want to be able to rock his head back, but in this scenario, because this isn't Kevin, if you do that too hard, you're gonna snap his head back. We're all padded up for a reason, or he's padded up for a reason, so we can actually apply these techniques and these strikes with force. So you gotta be careful when you do this. So it's more straight in. Don't use so much force on this with this one, okay? I don't know if I would suggest it from here. I would suggest it more from this. Because if he has his hand up and fuck you, I'm gonna kick your ass, you can do that and then strike him that way, okay? Go ahead, give it a shot. Good.
A little hard. Good. You go a little hard. Good. Much better.
Strike him like, it's almost like a palm strike pull back. Because you want to be able to set this up for something else, like a jab with your palm. Good.
I caught that one. Good.
Give him a second to recover, he's still talking. Good. That was real good. One more? Try two of them. Try that and a hammer strike. Good, good, good. Okay, so that was number 3, right? Correct? So the fourth one is an elbow sternum shot. So, turn a little sideways. So from here, you want to be able to go straight in and hit him in the sternum. A lot of guys might go, oh, this isn't going to cause that much damage. Yeah, this isn't going to cause much damage, but that's going to cause damage. That's going to cause damage. So the idea is this is a setup to where you can come back with this and hammer fist sideways or hammer fist, palm strike, whatever. So you can combine a lot of these techniques with one another. Each one will serve its purpose in a sense, because if this guy doesn't know a sternum strike is coming and you're this close, bam, you nail him right in the sternum, and then you can do a back hammer fist right to his face. That's going to cause some results, especially if somebody doesn't see this coming. You hit him in the sternum, there's a really good chance you might knock the wind out of him, can't breathe, can't fight. And then you go right for his face. It's going to add to the trauma, hopefully, to the point where you're going to get him off balance and you can just sit there and start hitting him with a barrage of strikes. So go ahead for the sternum strike to the sternum, with the elbow. Straight in the sternum, straight center. Good.
You can really lay into me on this. Good. Oh yeah.
Okay.
I felt that one.
Go ahead, lay into him. One more. Good. See now? See? Nothing, right? Okay, so that's the sternum strike. The next one is going to be the throat punch, and this is the one that's the most dangerous out of all of them. This is going to cause great bodily harm. I do not suggest ever using this in a bar fight, okay? Because I really don't need to explain what this is going to do to somebody. If you open hand throat chop somebody, the reaction that you're going to get from the guy's going to keel over, he's going to grab his throat. You can seriously cause injury out of something like this. So my suggestion being that this being the most dangerous, only use this in a life-threatening situation. Meaning that if you are in clear and present danger of receiving imminent battery, bodily harm, or death, you feel like your life is on the line, and you're close enough to be able to do that, that's where I would fire this one off. So basically there's two ways in how I do this, where I do a chop. Okay, raise your head up a little bit. I'll do a chop and hit him square in the Adam's apple, or I'll open my fist up, not so much a closed fist, but open my fist up to narrow it down to where I hit him with these knuckles straight into the throat at that point. Okay? So don't lean back, I'm making light contact. Okay? So go ahead and try that, nice and easy. So you're striking in. See, it's hard to do with gloves on. Because lift your head back, Nick, so people can see.
This just kind of blocks it a little bit.
Lock your head back a little more. You don't need to fall back with it. Just he's not going to make that much contact. Okay. So unfortunately, we can't really do this that hard, just for the simple fact that how dangerous and how much damage this can cause. So you got to be really careful about that. So now we went over the top 5. So now what we're going to do is we're going to simulate somewhat of an attack, like a shove, and Bob's going to incorporate some hand deflections, and he's going to pull off some hammer strikes, and he's going to pull off some palm strikes to the side of the head, some sternum strikes, palm strike to the face. So you know what top 5 are, right? Yep. So he's going to start off with, going and shoving you. So if he goes and shoves, think of Kiriage or Tenchiage type of deflection, where you're doing this, open hand strike, and then you can sit there and do whatever. Okay? So this is going to be at your leisure. See what presents itself, and then apply it. Okay? So go to shove them. Good. Be a little faster. Don't think so much power, like, think boom, boom. You're thinking faster. And watch your clavicle strikes. Hit the shoulder pad. That's why we have them on. Follow through with it. Make sure you have power behind it. Remember, this kid he has a screw loose, man. He likes being hit. So make sure that when you hit him, you hit him.
Careful on the ear, though.
Yeah, careful on the ear.
More right here. Ready?
Oh, good. That was good?
Oh, yeah.
Where do you feel that? You just said fuck. What?
I tried to keep the pad right here. I mean, I'm fine, but you caught me off guard. That's why I said fuck.
Okay. Right. Look for the elbow strike now. Look for the open hand palm strike to the face. Maybe throw a punch at him this time. So maybe from a punching standpoint, he throws a punch. You're looking for that type of deflection. He comes straight down for the hand, or comes straight down for the hand on the shoulder pad. Okay.
From a punch?
From a punch. You should have hit him again. Same side, same side. Do the same thing, but this time follow up with a second strike. Good. Good. You can move around a little bit, switch positions, whatever. Move around a little bit. Okay, do it again. So now throw a punch in the other hand. Now go to the outside. Same punch. Go to the outside. Good. That's all right. That's all right. Throw 2 punches now. Jab, cross, and then do deflections from that. Good. Don't be adding knees. That's not part of the top 5.
It's just right there from.
Okay, so he goes and throws 2 punches. Okay, so nice and easy. 1, 2. Think of that. Think of that strike. Think of that strike. You got to hold on to him, because what I'm seeing is you get 1 punch, but then this strike is light. That's not convincing. You want to make sure you wham, wham. Drive it home.
One more.
Nick, go to him. Good, good. Okay, one more. Maybe do a shove and then a punch. Okay. Good, good. Okay, now when you feel, last one, when you feel like he's gonna attack him.
Hey.
Attack him. So when you feel like he's about to attack, shove, punch, whatever, move in and attack him. Don't hit him with your purse though. This is it. This is the last one, so light him up. Good, good, good. Actually, I want to see that again. That was really good. That was preemptive. Very good. Very good. Light him up. Oh, nice, nice. Hammer face. Good, good. Okay, now I lied. One more. Get that palm strike in there. Right. Good, good, good. Elbow, elbow, elbow. Hammer fist, hammer fist. Good. Nicely done. Nicely done. Yeah. Feel good?
Oh, yeah.
Be protective gear. You can unload on load on your trading partner.
One thing to keep in mind though, keep your mouth closed because he'll bite on your tongue or crack your tooth.
Yeah, there you go. Or wear a mouthpiece.
Yeah.
So there you have it. That's the top 5 man stoppers, aka top 5 simple ways to end a street fight. This is the first time we've ever done this in a video.
Yeah.
It's kind of takes your breath away a little bit because it's the intensity behind it. Because I actually felt the intensity when he was attacking. You know, the way how you were firing back at him. Because this is interesting. Because when he fires off at you and you're trying to sit there and come up with stuff, you know, you got to remember this guy's gonna be fighting back. But if you get them right off the bat, hammer fist, you know, elbow strike, and you just hit him with a barrage of strikes, you're gonna be good. And you gotta remember, no headgear on, no face protector, you're smashing on the nose. You're smashing to the ear, you're smashing to the sternum, coming back and hitting. Just non-stop, and you're just flying through this as fast as you can. So this is like, you know, this is fast if you're doing that. You know, so you wanna be able to blast them hard and fast.
Now when you can say that if it is a fight situation, we have to defend yourself and you have to, it's not one punch to go down like in the dojo or set you up for a fancy technique. You have to be committed to where, and follow through with the 4th, 5th, and 6th strike. Even if they go down and you miss, it has to still be there.
So you just keep going. That's the whole point of this. That's why we named this, you know, top 5 simple ways on how to end a street fight, or the original title, which was top 5 man stoppers. You want to stop the man from hurting you, okay? A lot of times people get that misconception when they train in martial arts or self-defense that it's strictly defensive. If you know it's coming, you know it's gonna happen, okay? You're gonna catch a case for battery or not, okay? Real simple. If you gotta defend yourself, have your day in court if the police are involved. Okay, with security cameras out there nowadays, more than likely a lot of this is going to get captured on film, especially if it's at like a gas station or something like that, or you know, at a nightclub. It's going to be captured on film, so they're going to be able to easily determine who the aggressor was. You have a right to protect yourself. You have a right to defend yourself. You have a right to defend your loved ones, your girlfriend, your mom, your sisters, whatever. People that can't defend themselves. I'm a big advocate about coming to people's aid if something was to happen to somebody on the street and they can't defend themselves. I will be the first person to step in on that. You know, I believe it or not, you know, violence appalls me. I don't like violence, but when you know, being a former bouncer and seeing how many times I've broken up fights amongst customers, there's been a lot of times where guys get into fights with, you know, with other people in situations and the other person can't fight. Not saying that I jump in and kick the piss out of the guy, but I'm definitely going to jump in and I'm going to subdue the guy that's giving the ass whooping to somebody else. I mean, I have been in a couple situations outside of the job, and that was years ago, where I've seen people get into fights, and I'll step in, you know, and it's trying to break it up. Violence is a last resort for me, you know. Somebody attacks me, though, I'm not going to sit back and wait for them to actually do this to me. That's why I believe in, you know, the first strike option. I will preemptively strike anybody if I feel that I'm in clear and present danger of receiving imminent battery. It's just that simple. In this day and age, dude, you guys just can't play around with this stuff. You guys got to act fast. So that's the top 5 man stoppers. How do you feel about it?
Pretty good.
Felt pretty good?
Yeah.
Okay. Felt pretty good?
Mixed solid, got to let loose a little bit.
Good. Feels good, doesn't it? So, like I said, remember, thinking man's pose, open hand, non-aggressive. Don't ever stand like this. This is confrontational, plus you're set up for being sucker punched very, very fast. So, keep an eye out for this video again, because, or not actually this video, but we're going to make a woman's version of the top 5 man stoppers, and that might have some similar techniques, but then you're going to see a woman's perspective on this, and that'll be interesting. We're probably going to throw some other type of techniques in there, maybe a groin strike or whatever. So that's it for me. I'm Lenny Sly. You're watching Road Warrior TV. Like, subscribe, share the video. Don't forget to check out my good friend Tony PACENSKI on YouTube, Tony PACENSKI Jiu-Jitsu. Tony, I told you I'd plug you, buddy. I did. Thanks for adopting my TenShin Aikido pin into your Jiu-Jitsu. Once again, he's a 3rd-degree black belt under Rickson Gracie. He's literally family to them. They call him Little Tony. So, you guys think I'm just an Aikido guy. One of my really good friends is a high-level Jiu-Jitsu guy, man. And he has some great, great videos. And hopefully you guys go over and subscribe to his channel, because I've been talking to him a lot lately. And he's going to be putting up a lot of really, really good content. That's why his channel is called Tony PACENSKI Jiu-Jitsu. Because it's going to be his take on the Jiu-Jitsu that he's learned over the years from the Gracie family. So that's it. Thanks for watching. You guys have a great weekend. We'll see you next time on Road Warriors TV. Peace out.